What's going on, everybody? My name is Bobby, and I'm just another reactor here on YouTube. And today I'm going to be reacting to Nemophila and their cover of Bon Jovi's You Give Love a Bad Name. And before I get to this reaction, I just want to remind you all to please subscribe to my channel and please like this video. And if you care to support my channel, there's a PayPal link in the description, or you can leave a tip through the Brave browser, which is a cryptocurrency browser. You can also leave donations through the Cash App using my email address, which is also in the description below. But donations to my channel are not necessary, they're not required. You can watch my videos for free, but any support for my channel is greatly appreciated. Now, full disclosure, before I even start this reaction, I have never really been a Bon Jovi fan. Never really got into his music. He's got some good songs, or the band Bon Jovi has some good songs that I like. I thought that Wanted Dead or Alive was a pretty cool song for its time. But just overall, I just wasn't a big fan. And I had seen that Nemophila had covered this song, and I was not sure whether to react to it or not. They even cover a Motley Crue song, which I'm not a huge fan of Motley Crue either, but I did for a little while get into their first two albums when I was younger. But that didn't last very long. I started getting into thrash metal and stuff like that. But anyway, having listened to some Nemophila and reacted to them on this channel, I really like their music, and they're just a great band, and I figured, hey, might as well react to these covers as well. Maybe they'll do them a lot better than the originals, for my opinion anyway. So we'll see. But I just want to say too that on my last reaction to Nemophila, which was the song Life, I talked about, or I think I talked about the fact that they were singing with their backs to the camera. And I mentioned in my first reaction to them for a song called Oiran or something like that I normally didn't like when bands play with their backs to the crowd, but in their case I could tell it was part of their choreography, I guess, or their stage show, because they were playing a certain part and then they kicked into this heavy part and turned around and started jamming, which was really cool. But on the live video, a lot of y'all told me that the reason they were turned around was because Tamu, I guess that's the way her name is pronounced, the drummer, that she had just had her baby. And from one of the previous reactions I did, I knew that she had been pregnant. A lot of y'all had mentioned that, but I didn't know that that's why they were turned facing her in that video. And that just, to me, made that video even more significant. I mean, that was a cool song, cool video. I mentioned on that reaction that it was a little bit different, not as heavy, but still really good. But the fact that they were singing to her after just having her baby and the band playing facing her, that was just a really nice touch to that video. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this reaction. So without further ado, here's my reaction to Nemophila and their cover of Bon Jovi's You Give Love a Bad Name.
Shot to the heart, and your true flame time. You give love a bad name. Is what you say. You pull me to heaven, they pull me to hell. Visions of love got a hold of me. With passion, the prison you can't be free. Oh, you're overcome. Yeah. Oh, there's nowhere to learn. No one can save me. 2 times just down. Shout shall smile. Oh, your lips, brown with nails. Oh, your fingertips, super sweet. Your eyes so shy. Your belly fast, guess what? Your fast, guess goodbye. Whoa, your love begun. Whoa, there's nowhere to run. No one can save me. You damage the sound. Shout to the heart, and you're too late. You get love about me. I play my part, and you play your game. You get love about me. And you get love. Shout to the heart, and you're too late. You get love about me. I play my part, and you play your game. You get love about me. Shout to the heart, and you're too late. You get love about me. I play my part, and you play your game. You get love about me. You get love. You get
Well, that was Nemophila with their cover of Bon Jovi's You Give Love a Bad Name. And the thing I'll say about that is that was a really good cover of that song. I mean, it pretty much sounded, excuse my dog here, she's wanting to get up on my lap. They pretty much did a cover that sounds pretty much like the original. They didn't change it up in any way. They didn't really make it their own. I mean, Mayu, the vocalist, I mean, she sounds like herself, of course, but they didn't really change up the music in any way like The Warning did with their cover of Enter Sandman, you know, anything like that. And I was wondering going into this reaction whether they were going to do that. When it comes to cover songs, two things I like is when bands do a version of the song that sounds pretty much like the original, but it just sounds like the band you're listening to, or when they change it up in a lot of ways to make it their own. I like either one, but if it sounds like the original, then I really have to like the song to like the cover version. And in this case, I'm still not a big fan of this song, and this version that Nemophila does, like I said, is a good cover because it sounded like the original. The guitar parts sounded pretty much the same. There was a little bass lick that I don't know how to pronounce her name, Haraguchi-san or San Haraguchi. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. They have that as her name on the wiki fandom. But she did a little bass lick there on one of the parts that sounded really cool that I don't remember the original, but like I said, it was just a pretty much almost a note-for-note remake of the original, and like I said, I'm not really a big fan of the original, and I'm thinking that this cover was probably done when they were starting out, and then they kind of came into their own and started playing the badass heavy stuff that they play that I really love. I mean, they're awesome when they're playing their own music, and man, it's just great. And you know, these covers, if they were just doing these when they first started out, hey, that's pretty cool too. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. That's my reaction. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction, and I just want to remind you all again to please subscribe to my channel, and please like this video. And if you care to support my channel, there's a PayPal link in the description, or you can leave a tip through the Brave browser, which is a cryptocurrency browser. You can even leave a donation through the Cash App using my email address, which is also in the description below. But donations to my channel are not necessary, they're not required. You can watch my videos for free, but any support for my channel is greatly appreciated. Thank you all once again for watching my reaction to Nemophila, You Give Love a Bad Name.